Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's discuss QA automation testing interview questions asked in Accenture for 3 to 8 years of experience. Okay, so these are round 1 technical interview questions. Totally there were 4 rounds, 3 technical rounds and 1 techno managerial round. In this video we are going to discuss the round 1 technical interview questions. Okay, so let's get started. The first question goes like, how do you handle dynamic web elements? You can answer the interviewer like use dynamic XPath or CSS locator and use XPath options or functions like contains and starts with method, explicit waits. Okay, so this is a quick answer that you can provide to the interviewer, and you can give the example on how to use the contains under XPath as shown in here in the screenshot. Okay, sorry, in the documentation. So you can tell them in real time where the frequent dynamic change IDs occurs, like login fields or buttons or whatever it may be. You can give some random example. Then comes explain the page object model. So, so to answer this question quickly, you can tell them design pattern. This is a design pattern where each page is considered as a separate class and each page contains locators and methods of specific page inside the class. Okay, inside that class. So this is how you can quickly give the answer to the interview on page object model explanation, and you can write one sample example on how you create a class and how do you define the locator and how do you define an action method. Sorry, how do you define a method? Okay, so this helps. I mean, you can end the answer telling them it helps and makes framework clean, reusable, and maintainable. Okay. So the next question comes on the difference between find element and find elements. To answer the interviewer quickly, you can tell the find element method returns a single element, whereas find elements returns a list of web elements. And find element method throws exception if not found, but if find elements find elements doesn't throw any exception, it returns an empty list if the element is not found. Okay, you can write a simple example or syntax and show them how we use the find element methods or find element or find elements method. Okay, usually find elements are used in handling the elements like drop down elements or list or whatever it may be. Okay, the next question goes like, how do you take a screenshot in Selenium? You can tell the interviewer like using screenshot interface, and you can give the piece of code if he asks. Okay, we use a get screenshot as method, and then we pass the file object, and then we use copy files from source to destination for copying the files. Okay, src is a object. In real time we capture the screenshots whenever there is a test failure. Okay, let's move on to the next question. How do you read the data from an Excel file? Okay, it's a simple answer that you can tell the interviewer that Apache using Apache POI. If they ask the piece of code on how do you read the data, you can give this short snippet. Okay, you are creating a object of file input stream and passing the Excel file, and then you're creating an object of access for access of workbook class, and then passing the stream object into the workbook class, and then again storing in a WB of workbook type, and then again you are passing a sheet 1 under the method called get sheet, and then you're trying to access the cell 0 and you're trying to get the value of that cell. Okay, and that's storing that in a string data type variable. Okay, so this is how we read the data from an Excel file in Java. The next concept comes like, what are the main OOPS concepts? There are 4 different pillars. You can tell them encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. Okay, if they ask you to elaborate the answer, you can tell them encapsulation is helpful in wrapping the data and methods together and controlling access using a private variables and public methods. Okay, in inheritance, we will try to acquire the properties and behavior of one class into another class. Whereas polymorphism is nothing but where one method behave differently based on the input. Okay, for example, same name, different behavior. Then comes the abstraction, hiding the implement, which means hiding the implementation details and showing only the essential features to the user. So this is how you can answer. Guys, I have prepared a ultimate full stack automation QA intro master kit. In this master kit, you can able to find the interview questions and study materials from you can find study materials and interview questions from all the product-based, service-based, startup and mid-sized companies. And you should be able to crack any interviews after going through this. And it contains 10,000 plus real-time interview questions along with detailed answers. And you should be able to work in real-time projects. Okay, so this has been designed for 0 to 15 plus years of candidates. Okay, it covers everything. Please go through. And then let's jump onto the topic. Explain the difference between array list and linked list. You can tell them array list uses dynamic array, used for fast, and it's fast for reading. That's get, but slow for insert or deletion of elements. Okay. Whereas linked list uses nodes, pointers for storing. It's fast for insertion or deletion, but slow for accessing the elements. Okay. So this is how you can answer. And next question goes like write a Java program to reverse a string without using inbuilt functions. Okay, they are asking for the code without using any inbuilt functions like string buffer. You shouldn't use any inbuilt methods under the class like string builder or string buffer. You should just write a plain logic. You can see we have written a code you can easily understand. Initially, we are creating an object, a string object, and another object with no value, and then we are starting from final value, and then we are ending it to greater than or equal to 0, and we are decrementing the value, and we are iterating through each and every character, and we are trying to store one by one in the reverse order, and then we are finally trying to print the string. Okay, so this is how you can demonstrate. They might ask you to share the screen and write this program. Okay, the next question goes like, what is the difference between equal, equal, and dot equals method? Okay, this is a operator and this is a method. Okay, that's one difference. And this the functionality of this is compares the reference, and this one it compares the actual value. Okay, the next question goes like, what are the different types of weights in Selenium? You can explain them: implicit weight, explicit weight, and fluent weights. Okay, so and you can give a one-liner explanation on all this along with the syntax. Okay, I have clearly written here. Guys, for similar and written notes and end-to-end topic-wise and company-wise interview questions along with detailed answer, please check the comment box or description box for the link. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video. All the best for your next interview. Happy learning, happy testing.